Hey guys, what is up? Loop Fusion here, and I wanted to talk to you guys about Xbox One versus PS4 since we are quickly approaching the release date of both consoles, with the PS4 releasing in the United States this upcoming week on Friday, and Xbox One releasing in 2 weeks. And I know there are quite a few people out there that are still kind of on the fence about which one they want to get, especially later on down the road. Which one do you think you're gonna want to get? Just wanted to give an updated kind of list of the pros and cons of each console, and then give my personal opinion on which one do I think, or which one am I planning on getting, which one do I think is kind of better than the other one at this point in time. That is obviously could change as things progress, but we'll see. The pros and cons of each console. Starting off with the pros of PS4. Obviously, it is cheaper than the Xbox One by $100. That is quite a big margin. It is definitely going to sway quite a few people to want to buy it versus the Xbox One. Also, it is supposedly more powerful. We will see examples of this if it is true as the years progress. Don't know this right now. I mean, the specs as we see them, just plainly listed, say that it is. But will this make a huge difference? Don't really know. We'll have to find out. PlayStation Network, we got the free game library. That's obviously going to be great. The fact that they have that is it's awesome. Getting free games for paying just to play online, stuff like that. It's really cool. It's a really neat feature. Touchpad on the controller. This could either be really awesome or kind of dumb. I'm hoping it's going to be cool. It could be integrated in so many cool ways. I'm really hoping that they support it and allow it to be as awesome as it could be, with scrolling features or zoom features, things like that. We got indie support, a lot of indie games. If you're into indie games, there's going to be a lot of indie games for it. It's going to be great when it comes to indie games. A lot of support for indie developers, and a lot of support for gamers in general. Moving on to the pros of the Xbox One. The Xbox One is going to be a lot more media focused, so you get a lot more features out of it involving media. You can do Skype right away. You can do a lot of voice commands, and you can stream your cable box through it, stuff like that. On top of that, there are the awesome launch consoles with Dead Rising 3 and Forza and Rise of Rome. Some great stuff coming out right away. If you're looking for great launch titles right out of the gate, Xbox One has got you covered. There are the new triggers on the controls. It's gonna be very neat to see how this functions in. I haven't gotten a chance to feel it yet or anything like that. If I get a chance to feel it, I think it'll be really cool. Xbox Live for Microsoft. Obviously, Xbox Live kicks butt. It's a great service. And it kicked PS3's butt last year. But we'll see, especially since the fact that PS4 will have paid subscriptions. Maybe they'll be on slightly more level ground. We'll have to see how that plays out. One thing that could be possibly taken as a pro and con, kind of depending upon where you stand, is the fact that Kinect is included. On the pro side of having Kinect included, it'll get more dev support, stuff like that. It'll be great to see how it integrates with the games that are there. If you're a fan of interactive video games, it'll be really interesting to see how effective it is and how well it has been integrated into the console as a whole. For the Xbox One, also, Microsoft has a lot of money, and they can pay for all these great exclusives. Titanfall coming down the road. It's going to be an awesome game. I can't wait to play it. Let's move on to the cons of PS4. Obviously, probably the most recent con would be the fact that that at this point in time, this is subject to change. PS4 can't play MP3s, and it can't do any form of streaming. That definitely puts it at a disadvantage to the Xbox One, with the fact that the Xbox One is this media center powerhouse, while the PS4 can't do very many media-related things at all. The headset that comes with the PS4 looks a little sketchy. I guess we'll have to see how good it is, but probably you're going to want to have to invest in a better headset if you actually want to be able to talk to other people. PS4 it does not have nearly as many launch titles coming right out. The primary ones would be Knack and Killzone. There are a lot of indie games, but there are not a lot of big launch titles. So yeah, if you want a bunch of AAA games, definitely gonna have to wait a little while. Um, the PlayStation camera is definitely gonna be inferior to the Kinect, seeing as Sony has not integrated it into the PS4 quite as much. It's not required. And also, as we know for quite a while here, um, the PS4 will not be backwards compatible for any PS3 games or most accessories. I don't know if that's for all accessories, but I do know it's for quite a few, and that definitely does stink. But Xbox One, it also is not backwards compatible, so it's kind of a con of both systems. You know, you're buying next gen, I guess you're going to want to play next gen games, and that's what they're relying on. So, uh, stinks, but that's the case for both consoles. Kinect is included. Now, the cons portion of this would probably be the fact that a lot of gamers out there don't want to have to deal with doing all this motion stuff. They don't care about it. They don't want to have to talk out loud. And just don't see a point. It's $100 that you're paying for a Kinect that you're not ever going to use. That's probably the case for a lot of people. And in turn, it makes the console more expensive. And that's the next con. It's going to be $100 difference. Obviously, that's going to make a big change for. It's going to be difficult for anybody that goes out, especially to those people who don't study up on consoles a lot. So, you know, a mom or a dad who goes out and buys a console for their kid, they're going to see $100 price difference. Go Xbox One or PS4. Why don't I just get a PS4 because it's cheaper? That definitely does not help the Xbox One. Also, Xbox One, bigger, bulkier console, can't stand vertically, things like that. So it's gonna take up more room. That might not be a big deal. Kind of depends on your own personal situation. But yeah, that primarily covers the pros and cons of both consoles. Now, where do I stand on all of this? Personally, when this whole thing started, I was leaning heavily towards PS4 because Xbox and Microsoft were trying to force all these new rules. You know, you can't share games. You gotta log in, and every 24 hours, it's like, where is this coming from? Why are you doing this? But then after Microsoft decided to change their minds, it was great. It was awesome. I was like, okay, maybe I can consider both consoles. So I've been considering both consoles a lot, and after all this time, after getting up to this point, I still am leaning towards the PS4, and I'm going to tell you why. The reason I'm leaning towards PS4 is primarily because you're getting the console is supposed to be more powerful, and the games are what matter to me. I don't care that much about Kinect and being able to do games that involve Kinect. I care more about how powerful my console is going to be and how good are the games going to look, 5-6 years down the road. And that may be kind of a gamble. Maybe the games won't look better. That's very possible. But from the way that the systems look right now, I think that PS4 will be able to handle some great stuff and have some great exclusive games in a few years. Also, just personally, I think that I owned an Xbox 360 this past generation, and I saw a bunch of PS3 exclusives that I really would have liked to play. And I think that kind of the games cater more to me, and I kind of want to switch over and get a taste of Sony and what they can do, and all of their games and stuff like that. So personally, that's my own opinion. I think that PS4 just provides more of what I want. Do I think that the Xbox One sucks or is bad? Not at all. I'd be very interested in playing it, but a lot of people out there, especially me, seeing as I'm a college student, can only afford one console or the other. And so it comes down to this question of which one do you get. I'm siding with PS4. You can side with the Xbox One. It's your own personal choice. And, if I could get both, I would. Anyways, I think that's about it. I think I covered everything. Make sure that you leave a comment below and let me know which console are you planning on getting. What do you think? What are your personal opinions? Why do you like one versus the other? And just what are you excited about for next gen? What looks most interesting to you? Also, like and subscribe. I will be putting out a lot more videos, hopefully. Every other day or every day or so. Kind of busy, but we'll see as things go along. So, anyways, thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you all next time. Enjoy the rest of this video. It's very interesting. Very tight match. So, anyways, enjoy the rest of the Splinter Cell gameplay, and I will see you guys next time.
Bring down the hacker on Terminal C. Hacker down. Hacker. Hackers on the prowl. Shoot to kill. A terminal is being breached. Kill the hacker. Objective half compromised. Get the fire on that terminal. Touchdown! The hack's been snuffed. One minute! Last chance! Mission is a go. Defend the terminals. Terminal A needs support. Kill confirmed. Nice job. Hack killed. "30 seconds on the clock. Terminals are online and need our watchful eye. Ten seconds. 10 seconds left. Station C needs support ASAP. Clock stretched. Keep pushing. Hacker's 50% there. Take him out. That's a kill. Hack suspended. Intel hack halted. That's how we do it. Terminals are in the open. Eyes open for spoofs. Mission objective not attained. That's a kick in the head.